A Triduum preceding the coronation was preached by a Jesuit on the first day, a Dominican on the second, and a Franciscan on the third. The apostolic delegate, representing Pope Pius X, came to preside over the candlelight procession on the eve of the feast. His voice was one of several to call the Cape a national place of pilgrimage. On one occasion he said, "It is a great happiness for me to know that our Divine Mother has chosen a place on the banks of the St. Lawrence in your diocese in which she accords special graces, not only to all the faithful of Three Rivers Diocese, but also to all her children in Canada." In closing the Triduum, Father Columban, provincial of the Franciscans in Canada, said, "Wearing her crown of glory, Our Lady of the Cape is setting forth to conquer all hearts, and from this day forth, a man will have to be blind or deprived of his senses to fail to recognize that the Shrine of the Cape is the national shrine of Canada. O Virgin of the Cape, we have known you in your lowliness. We shall see you in glory. We are going to see you, crowned like a queen, going forth to conquer the whole nation." On the day itself, the ceremony began at 10:30, under the canopy where the miraculous statue had been installed for the occasion. His Excellency, the Apostolic Delegate, celebrated the Holy Sacrifice in the presence of 7 of the 8 archbishops who then constituted the Canadian Episcopate. All the bishops of the province of Quebec were present, except the bishop of the new diocese of Joliet. With the addition of Bishop Michaud of Burlington, Vermont, there was a total of 16 archbishops or bishops. Canada from coast to coast was gathered together by Our Lady of the Rosary in an obscure little village of Quebec. As Father Paul-Henri Barabie, Present Superior of the Guardians of the Shrine, has put it, when we hear the Archbishop of Ottawa sounding the glories of Mary in the language of Shakespeare, after the Metropolitan of Quebec had just praised her in accents worthy of Bousset, we cannot help seeing in all this the intervention of divine providence, wishing to announce the reign of Our Lady from one ocean to the other. Bishop Cloutier, who had the distinction of acting for Pope Pius X in placing upon the head of French Canada's own queen the crown donated by her Irish subjects, said in his talk, "Thanks be to God, thanks be to Mary, who having made her humble shrine a place of private pilgrimage, then a diocesan pilgrimage, now deigns in this day of great solemnity to make it known as a national shrine." The actual moment of the coronation must, from every account, have been one charged with emotion. The bishop approached the statue, robed in pontifical splendor. Behind him came the poorly clad, ascetic-looking, humble figure of the good Father Frederick, his 2 hands outstretched, before him bearing on a silken cushion the shamrock-girdled crown. The crown was blessed, Father Jonquet writes, and while the cannon boomed and the bells rang out wildly, the prelate placed on the head of Our Lady of the Cape the sign of her power and her royalty. An indescribable emotion ran through the crowd. It was like a magnetic current which passed over their faces, over their hearts, shaking them, possessing them. There were tears in every eye. The moment was one that all present carried away with them to the 4 corners of Canada as an unforgettable memory and a living invitation to spread devotion to Our Lady of the Cape.